theatre graduates, here is a tidy little 4-step breakdown of all the things I wish I knew when I graduated college that I didn't know about tax and finance, that through SansDrama we want to make available to you so you don't have the stressful going on that I had when I graduated. So if we can avoid that for you, great, all the better. So I'll talk you through 4 main areas, like the 4 main steps to being a successful self-employed person, managing yourself well as a business. And then I'll also tell you a little bit about the SansDrama web app, which is basically the day-to-day solution for taxes, makes your tax return nice and easy. James built it for me so I could be better at my taxes. And it's usually £2.50 a month, but all UK theatre graduates get their first tax year for free. So regardless of whether or not you want to continue and actually pay for it at the end of that, at least your first tax return will be nice and easy, and you'll be in the right habits of recording things and invoicing correctly and all of that good stuff. So I'll tell you more about that after the 4 main steps. So 4 main steps. Number 1, registering as self-employed. So this is you telling HMRC, the government, that you're registering your business and you're saying, I'm going to be starting to operate this business. I'm going to be starting to work. And that's all essentially registering as self-employed is. You want to be doing that ideally before your first self-employed job. And we have a free screenshot step-by-step guide on how to do that on our lovely website, sansdrama.com. So that is number 1, done. Number 2 is income. So there's 2 different kinds of income: employed, self-employed. You're probably already aware of employed income, things like front of house work or waitressing. It's also known as PAYE, or pay as you earn, which is where you pay tax as you earn the income. So when you get your pay slip at the end of the month, or whenever you get your pay slip, it'll tell you how much your income was and how much tax has already been taken for you and given to the government. And any national insurance and things like that as well on there. So with employed income, the employer takes on those responsibilities of reporting to HMRC essentially. So that's that one. And then self-employed income, slightly different because we take on a lot of responsibility with self-employed income. So we have to do things like tax returning because we have self-employed income as well as employed. And then we have to do things like invoicing in order to get paid. So little different, important to understand the difference in those, and we have a post on that. Number 3 is allowable business expenses. You may have heard of these. Essentially, anytime you spend money which is directly relating to the running of your business, it's called an allowable business expense, and you can offset that money against your income in order to reduce your taxable income and therefore pay less tax. So in short, if you're not recording your allowable business expenses correctly, and you've got to keep evidence and things like that as well, which is like receipts and stuff, but we've got that in the post. So if you're not recording them correctly and declaring them correctly in your tax return, then you will just be paying more tax than you need to. So this is why they're really, really important, obviously. Important, very important, allowable business expenses. We've got a post on it, and a full list of like typical performer expenses on there as well. So have a look at that one. That's number 3. Number 4 is tax returning. Now, I bet you've heard of this one. And I feel like also when people think of tax returning, they're initially like, whoa, intimidating, stop, like can't deal. However, tax returns actually in their most basic form is all you have to do is, it's an online form. You can do it paper, on like a paper submission, but most people just do it online. It's an online form. You log into your account, you fill out the form with your income for the tax year and your income for the income for the tax year and your expenses for the tax year, and HMRC do a little calculation, and if you have overpaid tax, you get a tax rebate, so that's tax you've paid back, or if you've underpaid tax, you then have a tax bill and you have to pay your tax bill, and also national insurance and things come on there as well. But essentially that's all it is, and it doesn't need to be a stressful thing. Like my first one was extremely stressful, like maybe cried, but my last one was 16 minutes. So if you are recording things correctly throughout the year, then your tax return really needn't be like a stressful event. That's all the 4 steps. So you might be thinking, where do I start with all this? Obviously, registering as self-employed, once you get that done, how are you managing your income and expenses? Well, this is where the SansDrama web app comes in. So So as I mentioned previously, it's like a day-to-day solution for your taxes. So you can record all of your income on it, employed, self-employed, also any foreign income you have. So if you've been working abroad or on your ship or whatever, then you can record all that on there. You can record all of your expenses. So that's all of your expenses when you're out and about, just on your phone. You'll learn about this in the expenses post, but essentially you have to keep evidence of your expenses so that HMRC can see that they're legitimate if they were to investigate. But you have to record all of your, keep all your receipts and stuff. So on the app, you can take a picture of your receipt and upload that onto the app. And they're all stored for you, which is also, why we have to charge a bit for the app as well, because we have to pay for that storage, because that's a lot of receipts. So all your income, all your expenses, you can invoice from it. It does a tax return report for you, so it tells you exactly what to put into your tax return at the end of the tax year, which is obviously, the dream. And it also does a live tax bill and national insurance bill, so it'll tell you live throughout the tax year what your tax bill is going to look like, what your national insurance bill is going to look like. So that's also handy as well. It's also a web app, so you can use it on your laptop or on your phone out and about, as well as lots of other features as well, like a built-in agent commission thing for the expenses, because obviously that's very relevant to us performers. And as I say, it's usually £2.50 a month. But it's free for all UK theatre graduates for the first tax year, so that the first tax return nice and easy, which is what we want. If you want to get it for free, all you have to do, email us hello@sansdrama.com, send us your college name and graduating year, and then just a bit of evidence to prove that you obviously graduated that year. Otherwise everyone would just email us like Bird 2020. So I don't know, like a graduation certificate or something like that would be, very more than acceptable. So if you do that, then we will send you a link to your college portal, and from there you will get your free tax year on the app. So that's that. Great. Other than that, the last thing to say is welcome to the world of work. And congratulations on graduating. Bye.